morning, beautiful. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing better now. I got a chance to see you.
So, how did everything go?
I love you. I miss you.
I know. I miss you too.
Mom loves you. Lee loves you. Oh, God, family, your grandparents, everyone loves you so much. Your aunts, uncles. Everyone just wants everything to work out here as quick as possible.
I know, so do I.
You know, the prayer, everything that everyone has reached out and talked to us, that I want to pass on to you, and hopefully you can get that energy just from my voice this morning to know that we want Caylee back, my little girl. You know?
I know, all I want is to see Caylee.
Yeah, do you know what today's date is?
We have a week until her birthday, I know.
Yeah, we have 6 days.
I know that.
So, you know, I want to have that big party for her. We were first having just a little one, but we don't have a big one, you know?
Well, I want to be home so we can do that, Dad.
I can tell you, on my way in here, I was just standing in line with a lot of other people here to see loved ones and friends, and a lady by the name of Angela said she used to work with you at Kodak.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's a black lady. She's very, very nice, and she just says, "Oh my gosh, your daughter's a fantastic person." And I said, "I know that." And she says, I know that some things are being portrayed by Casey are totally wrong. And I said, "Yeah, they are. Yeah, they definitely are." So she just sends her love and respect for you and a lot of prayers. Has you been talking to Jose or anything at all the last couple days or today?
I got a chance to see him last night. He was actually going to try to get a hold of you guys today. So, I mean, when you leave, even call him so you guys can get together.
Well,
early.
I arrived here at 8:25 this morning. I already reached out to him. I got his voicemail. I told him I need to talk to him. So, because we haven't talked to him for a couple days.
Yeah, how did everything go with the charity this weekend?
Oh, that benefit was just unbelievable. I mean, the main focus, was on Caylee.
As it should be anyway.
But there are so many other missing children out there, and I wish you could have saw some of the TV coverages and other stuff, how it was all handled very, very nicely.
Yeah.
Very compassionately, and just to know that everyone's working very hard to bring your daughter, to bring our granddaughter, to bring Caylee home. We're exhausting every avenue that we can. I mean, donations, foundations.
Uh-huh.
This little girl, your daughter, my granddaughter, has captivated the world. Not just locally, but internationally. I got a call from a gentleman as I was coming here today that called me from Washington that wants to help.
Uh-huh.
He made his own T-shirt up, and he's handing out his own pre-printed flyers that he got off the internet. That's just one. I had a guy yesterday call me from the Carolinas. Emails, you name it, it's just going on and on and on and on. Everyone wants to see her back home. They want to see you out of this. It's not going to be easy on you, but we get Caylee home, and every other stuff is going to be a little bit easier for you.
Dad, I don't care about all this other stuff. I mean, I don't care about the media. I don't care about what people have been saying about me. That doesn't matter. Because I know it's not true, and everyone that knows me knows that it isn't true. All I want is Caylee home. But I want to be there when she comes home.
I know you do. I know you do, sweetheart. I know. I mean, none of our lives are going to be what we used to know them as. Never again. I mean, all of us have joined a life club, and that's the Club of Missing Children. That's a club that I didn't want to join. I know you didn't want to join. We didn't want to see Caylee being a member of that club, but we are. That's just the way it is anymore. When you get out and Caylee's with us, we're going to be more proactive finding missing children, no matter who it is. All of us are going to do that.
Absolutely.
Because that's what it's all about. All the material things in life and all these other things that we go through and we think we need to have and do, none of that matters. That's just objects. And just know that I know she's close. I can feel her every night before I go to bed. I go out and I say, Caylee, the moon, the stars in the sky, sweetheart. Mommy loves you. Jojo and Cece love you. Uncle E loves you. Maui. Everybody. You know? So just know that we're doing everything we can, sweetheart. I'm doing everything I can. I'm everything I can to help you and help her. I wish there was more I could do. I would give my life right now for you and for her. To have you together. So would Mom. This is destroying your mother. She hurts so much. She feels so bad of maybe we've all been too domineering. Maybe we didn't let you be the best Mom.
It's
you are a
nobody's
great
fault.
Mom.
It's nobody's fault.
Well, you know, I just
isn't.
wish I could have opened more up to you, and I wish I could have done stuff, but I can't go back.
No,
There was
all we
times
can
I
do
know.
is move on.
There's times I know you wanted to talk to me. I wish I would have listened. I wish I'd. But it's all that's going to change. I'm going to listen more. I have one question that I need to ask you, and I know it's going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
Would you speak to someone else about Caylee?
I already answered that. I mean, I'll try to the best of my ability.
Well, we have met someone. All I can tell you, his name is Scott. We've met with him for a couple different days, and he's just a remarkable man. And his connection on this, yeah, he's of an authoritative figure. He's with an agency, but he's very sympathetic, and I really believe that you could have a great connection with him. I mean, I'd be willing to set that up with him. I mean, if you want to have, Jose there, that's fine. But, you can also talk to someone without
Dad,
Jose
I
being
understand all of that. I know I could do all of that. But again, things would be so much easier if I wasn't still here, if I was home. I want you to understand that. I mean, I feel that more every day. All I want is Caylee home. I want to be there when Caylee comes home. I want to be there with our family when she comes home. I don't want to have to wait 3 days, 4 days after that happens to see her again.
Well, believe me, Mom and I have done everything we can financially to help with this. If we could do more, we would. I've even reached out to some relatives and asked for help, and that's hard to ask.
Dad, I understand that.
I mean, I want you to realize everything that happened in your court stuff, that was already predetermined before you got there. I'm sure Jose told you.
I knew that going into it.
Because years ago when I did the thing that I did, I don't want to go into this too deep, but everything was already handled within a judge's chambers or within a conference area before you went into court. It's just the way it is. But
it's usually how stuff is.
But just know that this is reality for us, for you, for our granddaughter, for your daughter, and I wish there was something more that I could say and do, and I would give everything for her, for you. I really would. Are you eating?
As much as I can.
Where you're at, I know it's not the best stuff. I know you like certain things, but I realize coleslaw and bologna and maybe coffee and a donut or something like that is not a lot, but you got to keep yourself up.
I have been, Dad. It's not easy, and it's not getting any easier. But I'm doing what I can.
Are you allowed to write? Do you have pen and paper and stuff? And
it has to be supervised. I did with Jose last night. That's another reason I want you guys to all get together today. That I even asked him last night. He left here. It was almost midnight.
Okay.
That's why I want you guys to get together as soon as possible.
Oh, we definitely will. Like I said, I reached out before I got here, or as soon as I pulled in, to talk to him. So I'll make sure. I got some stuff that I want to see that can get to you also. A little letter and stuff that I'm writing to you, just to you.
Yeah.
And I know he's going to read it to you, and
no, he's been giving stuff to me to see, so.
Well, I think stuff from Annie, and I think...
Yeah, I saw Annie's letter.
I think there was something from Lauren.
Lauren and from Andy. Yeah, I got their cards the other night when he came, so...
Well, we saw Lauren and Mandy Friday night. They drove all the way from, Orlando up to Daytona, and I'll tell you, that place we were at is just awesome. It's right across from the Speedway. Mm-hmm. It was just really, really nice. The outpouring. the nonprofit people that are helping, man, they're just unbelievable. I mean, that'd be something when we get you through all this stuff and Caylee's home. I would love to see you work with them.
Oh, absolutely.
These people are just awesome. They're doing this for love, for compassion they have for all missing children, and it's just.
Well, because there's so many, and there's so many that people don't know about.
Yeah. Well, I'd say if you were to see the video that they had with Caylee and songs that were sang, your heart would have broken. I can tell you that 2 different ones that they did, not only with Caylee showing stuff about her, but the other missing children. And one thing they brought up is they played the song SpongeBob SquarePants. Because that's something they asked. They asked Grandpa, asked JoJo, what's some of the songs that she loved to sing and or dance around to? And I said, well, you're happy to know it, clap your hands. Oh, I just ran off a bunch of stuff. I said, but one thing that her and I always did was SpongeBob SquarePants, Who listen, and I started that. I started to cry, but then I started to chuckle because, that special little combination of things that I had with her, So realize we love you. We love her. We want you both home. We want you home. Whatever you can do to help us.
And I've done everything that I can do from where I'm at. I'm sorry. I've done everything that I can.
Listen, we can go into protective custody. All of us can be placed in an area, and the agencies can come up with a plan to get Caylee safely. Believe me, that can happen. That can happen within a matter of hours. So we just need all the cooperation we can get, sweetheart.
I've given you guys everything that I have and some. I mean, I've done everything that I can, whether it's been with Lee or with you and Mom, with Jose, with whoever. I can only do so much from where I'm at, and I want to do so much more, but I can't.
Okay. There's probably going to be another hearing, I guess, this week. Hopefully there's going to be something come up from, I don't know if it's going to be the Supreme Court of Florida. What about getting your bond reduced? Stuff like that. So hopefully Jose's going to have information about that.
Yeah.
I hope that the compassion he says that he has and stuff is being genuine. I know he's concentrating on what your rights are, but I also hope that he's not sacrificing your rights for Caylee. I hope that's not. I hope he's not building a reputation for himself.
He's not, Dad. His concern is getting me back with our family and getting me home and proving to everyone that that everything that people have been saying about me isn't true.
Well,
that's his goal. That's what he's trying to do, and I know that.
Well, I want you to know everything that's happened up to this point from day one when all this stuff unfolded up till now, it was never out to cause you any pain, to cause our granddaughter pain, to cause our family any pain. Realize we want everyone back in our lives the way it's supposed to be, the way it should be.
I understand that, Dad. And it hasn't been because of you or Mom or Lee or anything that anyone in our family has done that's made things the way that they are. The media is going to spin things the way that they want, and other people are going to say what they want to say. I understand all of that.
Let me ask you, has anyone threatened you or threatened our family?
I can't talk to anyone, Dad. I haven't been able to talk to anybody. So if there's anything that's being said, I don't know what's going on until I see Jose or I talk to you guys. I don't know. I'm completely left in the dark about everything.
You don't get a chance to watch TV or read a paper or anything like that at all?
I don't even, Dad, why do I want to do any of that? Because all people are saying is bad things. Why do I want to see my face on TV when all I want to see is Caylee? It should be Caylee. I see a picture of Caylee and then stuff about me. That article in People magazine that was supposed to be about missing children, I saw that last night. It was all about me. It's not... Nothing's being portrayed the way that it should be, when she should be everyone's focus.
Well, I'll tell you, when they came to the house, the 3.5, 4 hours they were there, that was the story. That's what it was supposed to have been. We understood, Caylee's photo was going to be on the front cover, but then...
Yeah, well, so was mine right next to it.
And then again, we had no control over it. The article was supposed to be about Caylee. It was not supposed to be about me or about Mom. Maybe a little information for Mom and I, or maybe something, in a general direction about how long she's been missing type stuff. But the way it's been spun, and
people have been lying to you guys to try to get information from you to spin it in their best interest, not for our best interest, not for our family, not for Caylee. Caylee should be everyone's concern, and that's not the case. And it breaks my heart. That's why I can't watch any of this. That's why I don't want to hear about it. I want to come home and be stuck in the house so no one can try to talk to me, because I don't want to say anything to anyone. What do I have to say? I want my daughter back. I want to be with my family. That's it. That's all they need to know, because that's all I have to say. And that's all it's going to be until it happens.
Well, listen, you are a great mom. You're always going to be a great mom. I know that. Mom knows that. Lee knows that. Your good, closest, best friends know that. I mean, Holly, who's been on Nancy Gray's show, is so proactive for you, you wouldn't believe it, because this hits her home very hard, because her daughter's going to be 2 in October.
Yeah.
I mean, she got a chance to watch Caylee. She watched you grow up, So realize, everyone knows you. The people that care and love you, that's right. It's the other outside forces.
Too. Exactly. And the other outside forces, again, they're going to feel dumb when all of this comes back and Caylee's home.
Yes, and when you're home. And, I mean, all of our lives are not going to be what we're used to. People ask me, what's it going to be like to be normal again? None of us were ever. I don't think the word normal is ever something that should come into someone's vocabulary. I mean, it's what we make of our lives. And know that any and everything that we're going to do, our lives are going to change in so many different ways. I mean, our faith, our compassion, stuff that we used to talk about doing, we're going to do it. We're going to do it together, all of us. I'm not going to force it on you, but we're going to do it,
Well, and you never have. It's always been of our own choice. And
I know. Mom and I have always talked to you as adults, I guess, in my way, even at a very young age, because I didn't want to sugarcoat anything in this world. I wanted you to realize that it's tough. This is the toughest thing that we're ever going to go through in our lives, right? This is the ultimate for any of us. We can lose a car, we can lose a dog or a cat, but having you here and not having Caylee right now, that's the ultimate. That's the ultimate.
I know that.
I tell you, I want you to know your brother has it's just a marketing genius of stuff that he's doing. I always knew he was very, very in tune with a lot of things, but stuff that he has done for you, for Caylee, is just remarkable. It just goes without saying. Matter of fact, organizations we're working with right now want to hire him, want to bring him on board because of his passion. And if that's what it's going to take for him, we want to get Mallory involved with a couple different people, and
Yeah.
and even you. So realize there's a lot of doors that have opened up, even though this is a tragedy and it's very sensitive in our lives. There's positive things that are happening from it. So, is there anything that I can try to get you? Is there? Do you have like a commissary type thing that you need money for to buy things, or?
Don't even worry about it. There's no point in getting extra stuff that I'm not going to be able to use. I mean, it's not a big deal. I have a Bible. I wasn't able to take that Bible from Mom. Stuff has to be inspected before I can take anything back. I can receive letters.
Okay. Well, that's understandable. Stuff has to be opened up and make sure there's no contraband and stuff. And I understand.
Yeah, they have to go through everything. So that's why I wasn't able to take that from her, but I did get one from here. So I have that. I mean,
well, when you get a chance, just read certain passages of it. I'm not gonna go into particular areas, but
I know that's what I've been doing. It's right next to my bed. It's on my bed, actually. I sleep with it there. I don't move it from that spot unless I'm reading it, and I put it right back to where it belongs because I know I need that by my.
Yes, you do. Yeah, we all certainly do. So, any stuff you want to talk to me about? Anything?
it's just nice hearing everything that's going on. I mean, I don't know what to say except I miss you guys. And I love you, and
I know you do. I love you too. I love you more than anything.
Person. I know, Dad. I want to see that little girl. I want to hear Caylee laugh. I want to be with my baby. You know, that's my focus. Her birthday's in just a few days.
Yeah, it is. Just a few days away. And remember, we wanted to have that little one, just like taking her to a park or something, and just be the immediate family. But now we want to have this great big one. So I was asked outside by one of the reporters, for her birthday, what do you want to get her? I said, I want to get her this little red Mustang convertible and see her drive around. I said, but that's a material thing. I said, I would give her anything that she wanted. I want to have a big cake, ice cream, all the stuff little kids, even us as adults, we're still little kids inside. I want us to have so much. But just know that the
important thing is being together as a family. That's all we need.
That's it. All this other stuff is just material. The clothes we have, that's just material stuff. Our other things we have is just material. We just need to get all of our lives back in check and not hold anything back anymore. Be straight with each other. Just that's what we got to do. I mean, I've told things to your mom that I never thought I could really tell her because I was afraid of little things that how it might be taken. But I've opened up more to your mom in these last few weeks, more than I probably did in the last few years.
Yeah.
It was hard, but you know something? I feel better because I've done it. And that's what we got to do, sweetheart. We have to do it. We have to stay focused on our lives and being positive and not holding anything back anymore. If something bothers us, we need to talk about it.
Yeah.
That's what it's got to be.
Absolutely.
I got a different t-shirt on today.
Yeah, I see that. What's that one?
It's the same thing as that flyer that we've been handing out.
Yeah.
And it's just really, really, really nice. We got other ones being made. Other flyers, other posters, billboards that are out there. Not only mobile
Leah
ones,
told me about the mobile billboards.
Oh, I used to see the ones that are on I-Drive down in South Florida, Jacksonville, Gainesville, Tampa, Boca Raton. It's like 7 or 18 of them that are lit up all over.
Wow, that's great, Dad.
It's just remarkable. We got magnetic signs on our cars. You name it. There's no expense that is not being used to help find her. She's beautiful. You know that, I know that. And I told
hear that
people,
every day, I know.
I said, that the photos of her are beautiful, but when you see her in front of you, the eyes,
she's
the expression.
Captivating. She's absolutely captivating.
She has a personality that's so remarkable. And I said, I owe that, to my daughter. I owe that to my wife, myself, my son, other family members that have made her so excitable because she's just a fantastic little girl.
She has the best in all of us, and that's something that I've been thinking about. She has the best that we all do, and she shows it all the time. I mean, she has little quirky things about her that you do, or that you have, and same thing with Mom. I mean, she is the best of the four of us. She's that top point in our star. You said that we're like a hand, we're also like a star.
Yeah, well, we can see so much. We see so much of her when you were small growing up. Parents give their children, the best of them. And I'm thankful that you have. I'm thankful that you have your mom good looks. And, I'm thankful you have the personality that, like your mom, that you don't let anything stand in your way. You're determined all the time. That's where you got to be. I'm thankful that you're. Maybe one thing about me, you're always consumed about making sure your car runs and some other little things that I've passed on to you. So the minimal little things I've done, but the maximum your mom has done, I think is just remarkable. You're a fighter, and you got to keep on fighting.
I am every day.
I mean, no matter what it is. I mean, where you're at, yeah, it's a tough place you're in. I never ever realized or thought that anyone in my family would be going through what you're going through. If I could switch places with you this second, I'd do it. I would do it.
I know that.
Believe me, I would. just know that you're loved, you're cared for, and any and everything that we're trying to do is for you and for Caylee. That's it. That's what we're doing it for. I know you have an account. I guess you talk to Lee occasionally. Can I set up a separate account for you? Do you know how it works?
What, as far as for phones?
Yeah, for
phone
phones.
calls?
Yeah.
I think I'd have to call you and do that, or maybe you can get information from Lee. I think he even called himself. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I find out about that because I'd like to talk to you. Besides waiting to see you, to happen to see you instead of seeing you once a week. I mean, I'm seeing you today on Sunday. Mom's seeing you, I think, Monday or Tuesday. Tuesday, I'm sorry. And then Lee's not going to see you until Thursday because you get 3 visits a week. And, you know, it'd be nice if you could reach out a little bit more just to talk, you know.
Absolutely. I felt the same way. I tried to call the house a couple times this weekend, and it just rang. I mean, I figured you guys were doing some for the charity, but...
Yeah, we've been out and about as much as we can, and sometimes it doesn't show anything. Like, it might say a private number, and that might be what they're showing for you as a private number, and we're not picking up all the private numbers, so...
Yeah, I understand that.
I mean, too bad it can say like Orange OCC or something like that, then we would know. So
well, it's coming from a payphone and it is collect, so...
Yeah. So that could be what it is. Could be a private number showing through or something. Or just X's or O's or something. I'm not sure. I'll find out.
Yeah.
So everyone is being pretty good with you in there? Anyone screaming and hollering at you?
No, it was like that off and on. I mean, stuff like that's going to happen, but again, I'm in close quarters.
Okay.
And it's I guess the best that it could be for the situation for what it is, so
okay.
I mean, it is what it is. I'm just worried about Caylee and about you guys.
Well, believe us, we're fine. I mean, we hurt inside. You know, we've lost weight through stress and other things. I mean, we're doing the best we can do, but we don't give up.
I know.
None of us do. I was asked before I came inside, are you guys getting rest? You do? And I said, when we can, when we feel that we can recharge, yeah, we do.
Yeah.
But we're going at it 24 hours a day as much as we can, so there's no stone unturned. None.
Yeah, absolutely.
Going into Caylee's room today, you know, I wish I could have brought something with me to show you of hers, you know. Wish I could have, but I wasn't allowed. So.
Yeah.
You know, I walked into your room last night and just looked around and had a couple extra little prayers and just said, you know, you're coming home soon, sweetheart. Caylee's going to be home soon, so we can be that family again. Because there's a lot of love in your heart for all of us, for your daughter. You can see that. That's evident in the house, you know. I miss you, sweetie.
I miss you too.
I miss you. I miss your hug. I miss that squeeze, that Papa Joe. I miss so much. I miss it.
We'll have that soon.
I'm sorry I've been so tough sometimes. I'm sorry.
Dad, it's not your fault. It isn't. We all do things out of love, and sometimes...
It's some tough love, I know.
Exactly, and it's not a bad thing. I want you to know that. You know how much I love you, how much I've always loved you. You'll always be my buddy, even besides my dad.
I know that. But I just had to say what I had to say to you. I just need to get that out.
I know. You know how much I love you.
I know you do. And I know how much you love your mom, and I know how much you love Lee, and I know how much you love your daughter. That's unconditional. I know that.
I love that little girl more than I ever thought I could love anything in this entire world, or anyone for that matter.
Well, she's a split image of you in so many ways. The compassion, the drive, how fast she can run. That's you. That's my daughter. That's my granddaughter. we got a not postcard, but a small card just a few days ago. One of your teachers that had you and Lee in school.
Yeah.
I don't want to say her name because I don't want to get her bombarded, but she just says she remembers all the stuff that you guys did in elementary school, both of you, and you know how great students you were, and compassionate and happy, and you know that says a lot for someone to reach out like that after all these years to know.
Yeah, absolutely.
This teacher, it's a woman, I can tell you. She knows who you are.
I have an idea.
That was pretty awesome. I just didn't want to say her name because I don't want her to be...
I don't want anyone else to be bombarded with anything.
I'll tell you, your friends and other people that you just might have met just briefly, their name has gotten brought up and they're getting media phone calls, people showing up their home and at their business. And
yeah, it's not right. That's not what it should be whatsoever. That's why I made that notice. They made me file something that I know was on TV the other night about visitation.
Right.
You know, they made me be extremely specific about stuff, and I knew after I'd already filed it the night before what was going to happen with it. But
I mean, it's great to have friends come and show their support for you. You know, your closest friends. You know, that's very, very important.
It's not fair for other people.
Well, no,
to have
because
the media in their face and for other stuff to get thrown in different directions. I don't want anyone else being put through this. I hate that you guys are being put through this.
Well, you know something, we're a lot tougher than what people think that we are. You know?
But you guys are so tough. That's where I get my strength from, is from all of you. And I don't think you guys ever realize that. You've said that I've been so strong, but again, I've got my strength from you, from Mom, from Lee, from Caylee especially.
I know that. I know.
I'm so strong because of all of the love that I have from all of you, from the love that I'm able to give to you guys that I feel like I held back, but I don't want to hold back.
Well, realize that there's other mothers out there that have children that are Caylee's age, and they've talked to us. I mean, people that have just had a child just a few weeks old that even came to that benefit Friday night. You have seen some of these little girls that Mom actually had a chance to dance with when the band was playing. Oh man, I cried. You wouldn't believe how much. There was one girl that had such curly brown hair, and you know, these people travel 2.5 hours to come to this thing, you know, to be there for support and to help, and that's just one of them. There's so many of them. It's just, wow, just remarkable. Just remarkable. Just remarkable.
I'm glad to know that there's so many people that are offering so much support for our family, for Caylee. That means, you know, more than I could possibly say.
Well, there's people that have a big heart out there. There's a lot of people that have a big heart. There's people that never met you. They're just saying, hey, this young lady needs support. She needs some love. She needs some prayer. Her daughter needs some love, support, and some prayer. You know, they're doing it, and we're not asking them to. They're just doing it.
I know.
From all over the world, as a matter of fact, from the UK,
I've been getting
from
letters from all over the country from people that are just trying to offer support.
Yeah.
So
that's it. I mean, the emails and phone calls. It's just remarkable of all this stuff. Just worried about you. I just hope that you can keep eating and just stay strong, stay positive as much as you can. If something pops into your head that's going to help, bring her.
Trust me, I'll let you guys know as soon as possible. I mean, that's what I've told Dad. I've told Bert. I've told you. I've told Mom. I've told Lee. Even Jose. You know, if there's something that I can think of, that's why I called Lee yesterday. You know, to pass that message along. Which, you know, thank him for me for doing that. I mean, I was afraid last night. It was so late that, you know, maybe he wasn't going to get my message, but he got my message and came even at 11 o'clock last night. And again, stayed until almost 12 to hear what I had to say, to give me time to write you guys some little notes. So, I mean, it shows that his heart's in the right place, that he's doing whatever he can to help.
Right. Did you meet another gentleman that he brought in to assist him at all?
Yeah, I got a chance not only to see him that day in court, but they came later on that evening. I got a chance to speak with him. I have a copy of the initial appeal. His name is Mike Walsh.
Okay. Well, I can tell you one thing. I've reached out to America's Most Wanted. And if this gets put out on the air, I don't care. But John Walsh, you know, he had his son come up missing like 18, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm going to be meeting with him, hopefully not only Monday, but also one day this week.
Yeah. Wow.
So realize all stops are being pulled here. Everything. Whatever we can do, we're doing it. I'm not in it for the media exposure or anything like that, neither is your mom.
I know you're not. I know that's not your focus, and it hasn't been.
Just like I told you at the beginning, this is a club that all of us now have joined, you know, for missing children. And I didn't want to join. You didn't. I know our granddaughter or your daughter didn't want to join. But you know something? We're in it for life now. And
absolutely.
Not only for Caylee to bring her home, but other children. We're going to be very proactive with stuff. That's
exactly.
That's what we got to do.
There's thousands of kids that are missing that don't get any sort of exposure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, after a little while, the media sort of forgets about them. And this Kids Finders Network, this Never Lose Hope Foundation, other ones that have reached out to us, these people are so compassionate.
Of course. It's the best cause out there.
Yeah, it's remarkable. That's it. It's just remarkable. Just remarkable. And all of them have offered their support, not only with material things they're helping us supply with, but you know, their love and their prayers. And you can't ask for too much more than that.
Dude.
Every single day I talk to them. Every single day. So. Do you got any ideas besides posters, billboards, shirts? I've got a little bracelet on right now that says helpfindcaylee.com. You know, it's a real light purple in a way. Is there anything that you
have you been putting that on the t-shirts and the posters? Is that website to where people can see it with everything?
Helpfindcaylee.com, yes. Everything's there. There's a trust fund set aside for her.
That's what I had heard the other day. Jose said that.
The trust fund is just for Caylee.
Good.
You know, everything that's being printed for her, all these funds that come in, goes to this. You know, Mom and I are trying to do everything we can, you know, to get you out, our own personal stuff. And
I know.
So realize we're trying. We are trying.
I know you are.
We are trying. There's never a moment that doesn't go by that we don't try even just a little bit harder. Your mom is, she's been through a lot. She sort of hit that barrier last night. That she was sick last night. She's not feeling that great today, but you know something? You can't stop her.
Oh, of course not.
So
she'll keep going, and she'll keep going and do whatever she can.
Yes, she does. She's tough. You can't tell her she can't do something. That's the same way as you. Don't tell me I can't do something, because you're going to do it. You're going to find a source or an answer for that. So that's compassion. And I'm glad you have that from your mom. Glad you have that.
Oh, no. Are you serious?
Come on, guys. It's not time here. You still there?
Yeah.
Okay, we just had what they call an encoder disconnection.
Yeah, I saw that.
Generally it says 5 minutes or
5
1
minutes.
minute. So
yeah.
But, well, when I leave here, I got the media outside. I just want you to know, I'm just going to tell them I had a fantastic visit with you. You know, I gave you all my extra support and love and energy that I have inside of me. And I want them to concentrate again on Caylee being gone. That's what this is about.
Oh, I know, but we'll be seeing this on TV later. Or other people will be seeing this on TV later.
Yeah, matter of fact, they already stopped me on my way in, and I told them, be compassionate for the people who are here seeing loved ones. Don't follow me inside. Don't come into the area we got to set in before we have to come in and see you, or they need to see the relatives. I says, give us a moment. I need some few moments to think of things that I try to want to talk to her about. And they're asking me, what questions? I don't know. I didn't know what I was going to say to you today. Besides, I love you and I need you. I want you home. I love my granddaughter. You know, just how much all of it's missing. I didn't know what I was going to say. Nothing's scripted.
No, it never has been.
No, it never has been.
We all love that little girl more than than anyone could imagine. I love that little girl again more than I ever thought possible.
It's true.
To love,
I know
to
that.
love anyone.
It's true. I'm just hoping wherever she's at, that she's being fed well. She's getting some love. She's getting a chance to watch her videos or stuff that she likes to do, because you know how formidable she is right now. She's absorbing everything.
I know.
And I just hope this person or persons that has her is, I wish they would just realize, oh my God, I got to get her back to her family. I wish that could happen. But then again, I don't know a lot of specifics, and I'm just trying to do everything I can to find her. I'm trying.
I know you are, Dad.
I'm driving places, asking questions to people. People are calling out. I'm trying to do my own little thing. I can't be everywhere. It's the reason why we need to know everything, any and everything we can to get her. Everything.
I know. I've told you guys what I can, what I know, what I'm what I'm able to say. I mean, I've done what I can, and I wish I could do more. I want to do everything that I can. I want to be out there
Well,
doing what
hopefully,
I can.
I'm hoping that Jose has painted some other pictures for you of what things might happen. I'm hoping he's painted that picture for you. Has he?
Trust me, Dad. I know everything.
Okay, I don't want to get into
The good, the bad, the
specifics
otherwise.
because
No, I know.
honestly, they have not released any of the phone conversations about Mom and I with you yet. They have not.
Okay.
They have released stuff about you talking to Lee.
Okay.
They think we're speaking in code or we're sending some kind of signals to each other. We're not.
We're not.
I can see talking to you, you know, what your feelings are and stuff. I mean, but you're not dropping addresses and names and other stuff like that. I know that.
I'm
And if you
giving
could-
whatever information I can anyway, whether it's through this or through another outlet. I mean, I'm doing what I can when I can.
I know.
People are seeing things for what they want to see. They're only pulling bits and pieces of the conversations, and
Oh, I know. Because you can't put 45 minutes of conversation out there. They're just taking points that they want to put across. And that's being released by the Sheriff's Department. The Corrections Department. Stuff that they want to release. Everything's already... Come on. Okay,
All
still
right.
there.
yeah, we have our minute left, obviously. Just know
Oh,
how
no.
much I love you guys and how much I miss you. And God, I love Caylee and I miss her. And just want to be home with you guys. And I know that we're going to see her soon. I know she's going to be okay. I can feel it. I know you can feel it. We'll all be back together like we want to be, like we should be.
Yeah, because I want to hear her say JoJo. JoJo swim, JoJo walk, JoJo go to meal. You know, I want that. She wants to take a ride in the wagon. I'm going to do any and everything that I can. More so than I ever did before.
Well, we'll get to do
More so.
all of that, Dad. Just keep your head up, and I want you to be strong. Give Mom my love. Give Lee my love. Give everyone my love. Just
I
know how much I love you and how much I miss you, and I can't wait to see you, Dad.
Okay. Well, listen, I love you. I want you.
.72 in evidence at this time. We would seek to introduce the last recording, which is 73
Okay,
in evidence. And
it's time.